皆さんこんにちは. It's me, Shogo.
And Harumi.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shogo and Harumi's podcast. This week, before we start talking about this week, I gotta talk about what's on the screen.
Yay!
Yes. Look at me. I look like I don't know what I look like, but we are both, yes, Harumi is the cameraman at the moment, but we are at a sushi experience in Kyoto called Musubu, was it? Musubu Sushi Experience with Professional Sushi Chef or something like that. I forgot the official name, but the name of the experience itself was called Musubu, which means to tie, the tie relationships between people, and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, we were actually invited to the experience, I believe it was.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is that the company that is basically running this experience, Harumi actually worked with before, right? I think you designed their logo or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were actually able to go to the activity and actually get to experience making sushi and such. I think I have never properly made sushi before. Yeah, I mean, I eat sushi all the time. A little bit too often, actually. But making sushi was probably... could have been my first time doing it properly, especially. Yeah. I mean, just say... at conveyor belt sushi restaurants, sometimes there are, places where they give you the sushi set where you can make your own sushi. Like at Sushiro, they would have like the sushi tsukuro set, that kind of stuff. When I was younger, when I was as a child, I think there were stuff like that I experienced before, but properly making nigiri, I think it was my first time in my life.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was talking a little bit about my clothes, by the way, but this is kind of considered the, uniform kind of thing that sushi chefs would typically wear. The white clothes and the white hat, and stuff like that. But so as a part of the experience, you get to actually try it on and see what it feels like, kind of thing. Yeah, so this was part. We already went upstairs, got to the place where we actually do the experience, and the sushi chef is actually in front of me right now. You'll probably be able to see him later, but he's explained to us right now how to make the sushi.
Yeah.
Before we do that, actually, before what you're taking a look at right now, there was a part where the sushi chef explains to us about the history of sushi too, which is really interesting. Very, very knowledgeable. Yeah, you get to learn so much. It really starts from, of course, the history, and it's, for example, if I can, explain just a little bit about what it is, because if you really want to learn more, I really want you to go if you have a chance, come to Kyoto. But they explain to you that originally sushi was just eating the fish. Yeah, and it was originally kept kept the fish covered in rice to ferment it and to use it as preserved food.
Yeah.
And then eventually the fish was eaten together with the rice and and all that kind of stuff. And I made many videos before in the past, but the most recent traditional part of the history of sushi is that it was originally a fast food during the Edo period. In Edo, actually. So people needed something to eat with one hand, and they needed to have like grabbing a burger kind of thing. Nowadays, like going to McDonald's and grabbing a burger kind of thing. So sushi was kind of like that. So it's actually used to be much bigger. And if you go to sushi conveyor belt sushi restaurants, you'll notice that not all of them, but most sushi plates would have two sushi on them. And the reason is because originally during the Edo period, again, they were much bigger because people need to grab them and go kind of thing, to get to work and stuff. So the sushi was actually twice as big. And to express that it used to be big, now it turned into two pieces of sushi.
Yes.
Yeah, and so on and so forth. Yeah, they'll explain to you so much more about the different sushis in different regions in Japan. And the sushi we know of today is actually called edomae sushi, or nigiri sushi, and so on and so forth, which is actually just one form of sushi. There's so many other types. Yeah, there's types of sushi where you actually have them like in a lunchbox kind of thing. Yeah, and you have the rice and then you have all the fish lined up over it. There are some types of sushi where you roll it over, cover it with certain types of leaves.
oshizushi.
Exactly. Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. So you get to learn so much about it. And when you learn about all of this and the history and such, of course, you have more appreciation towards, of course, eating sushi. In this experience, you get to make sushi too. So having a deeper understanding of the history definitely enhances the activity itself. So I definitely really like the history part too, especially because I'm a Task Shogo and I love talking about these history parts, and of course I knew a lot about it already, but there were of course a lot of things that I found out for the first time, so it was great. And we're talking a little bit about the activity, by the way. I definitely give it a 5-star. I love the venue, which was almost like a ninja house. You go up all the stairs, and it's a very narrow hallway that you have to go through, and on the second floor you leave your stuff and you get dressed. And the third floor, you finally find this place that you see us being in right now. And the sushi chef was an amazing person. He is born and brought up in Kyoto. He's been a professional chef for how long do you say? For like 40 years or something?
I don't
really
know.
long time. Yeah, really long time. But he was very kind and generous and open-minded and polite, very polite. Yeah. So I personally feel like my image of a professional, professionalist, specialist in the world of Japanese traditional culture, like anything, and like doing it for like 40 years or something, they tend to be a little bit more strict, if that makes sense. Yeah. What should I say? Not
sometimes
so
vulgar.
Yeah, maybe not very kind, more of like looking down against young people kind of thing, if that makes sense,
sometimes.
Yeah, but the sushi chef here was definitely not such a person, and I always recommend, as I always say in the podcast, that I always really highly recommend the activities, experiences that have the best people running the activity. And with that said, I definitely highly recommend this sushi experience. And again, guys, please trust me. If there was something I didn't like about it, I will let you guys know about it.
Yeah.
I will never lie. And first of all, if I didn't like it, I won't introduce it to you guys.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because again, I consider all of you listening to this podcast, watching my content as friends. Yeah, unless you write, unless there are people writing very mean comments or something, I will block you immediately. But I will block you in 1 second. I'm not going to be properly replying to anyone or anything the moment you write something mean, of course, because I'm not going to have a conversation wasting my precious time of my day to reply to such mean comments. But otherwise, of course, I consider everyone my friends. So so please, I definitely recommend it very much. So. All right. Now, while you guys watch me make more and more sushi and be able to see more of the delicious sushi lined up on the small the plate there, the traditional plate. Looking back this week, by the way, there's so many really exciting things happening.
Yeah.
Last week too, I think Hanami and I mentioned a little bit about me working as a tour guide.
Yeah.
There's going to be a super VIP guest coming. And the gentleman actually originally contacted me directly saying that, hi Shogo, I'm actually coming to Kyoto with my family. It'd be great if you can kind of plan this tour for us. And I was like, I'm not a professional in that field. So he actually just recently became acquaintances, started working with people who could though. Yeah, so if it's okay with you, I can introduce them to you. And I was like, that sounds great. And then, it all worked out, and we actually had a meeting just last week about the whole tour. Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk so much about in detail about what the tour is going to be about, but one of the things that's especially really exciting is that the tour actually includes the dinner show kind of thing with my no theater sensei, Yamanai Sensei. Yeah, which is great. We actually did one demonstration once in the past, and it went really well. Yeah, and the company that's or should I say, organizing the tour this time. Actually, it came to see the demonstration of the dinner show. Yeah, the venue is beautiful. It's actually a place that usually would not be able to enter without special permission. So it's a super traditional building that used to be one of the, should I say, extra houses, what should I say, that the imperial family, the imperial family used to have. And it's really close to the famous, I shouldn't talk too much about where it is actually, but exactly. Well, it's considered, it's really close to one of the World Heritage Sites. Beautiful.
There's
Stunning venue.
too many heritage
Kyoto, right? World Heritage
in
sites.
Kyoto.
Yeah, there's too many, so it's impossible to tell which one. But
Yeah.
anyways, it's a beautiful venue, perfect for the no performance. And we had a meeting the other day too, like which story we're going to be presenting, and about the details of each tour and all that kind of stuff. And Harumi's kimono business and stuff like that is going to be involved too. So we might be selling some kimono with them, getting them dressed up in kimono. Maybe we might be going, strolling through Kyoto with the kimono on, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really, really exciting. However, it's very hot in Kyoto, so as the guide, I'm very worried. I'm totally okay with the heat, to be honest. I'm actually really strong with the heat. I'm sure Harumi would know. Yeah. Summer in Kyoto gives you headaches, it makes you sick, makes you really tired. But I'm a summer dude. I was born in July 27th. I'm summer Shogo. It was really funny. I always talk about this, but I was born on a really hot day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so not 24 years, 31 years ago. Yeah, my mother, my grandmother, my grandparents always talk about this, but Shogo, you were born on such a really, really hot day, you know. And what's really interesting is that when my daughter was born, when I was 24 years old, my first daughter, Hinata, was born, they said that this is the hottest day ever in 24 years. 24 years ago was when I was born.
Yeah.
So Hinata and I were both born on a recorded super hot day, actually. So I'm totally okay with the heat, but I'm really worried if they're not used to the humidity, especially too. Having to be outside and walking, they actually have a pretty big group, but different age differences within the group too. There are families, so especially the more older, members of the family, I'm really a little bit worried about them, to be honest. So we'll probably have to change the schedules. Quite a lot, probably, while we go. Depending on the situation. And with that said, many of you might have noticed I posted already a video both on YouTube and Instagram, made a few posts on Instagram too already, talking a little bit about the katanas that are on sale.
Oh, yeah.
So recently, I finally sorted out the Shogo's... Well, Harumi did it for me, by the way. 100% it was Harumi's work, but Shogo's Katana Shop, as you guys know. By the way, if you're interested, it's in the description box of our podcast channel, too. But originally, the Shogo's Katana Shop used to be a website where we have the products, the pictures and everything, the information on the website. And of course, we still do have some katanas on there, to share what kind of katanas were sold previously. But we were thinking that the process of taking the pictures, posting them on the website, just a little bit too much work. Especially we have to work with people at Yushinkan Kyoto, which is a dojo where they take care of the katanas, So, and Harumi has to do a lot of work to edit the pictures, upload them, translate everything into English, all the information about it and everything. It's just a bit too much work considering, let's just say how short these katanas will be posted there. Sometimes there will be people coming to the dojo and buying these katanas, even after all the hard work that we put into, taking the pictures and everything. And we were like, this is a little bit not sustainable, if that makes sense. So and it's definitely better for the guest too, who wants to buy the katana, to be able to actually, let's just say, be able to listen to our stories directly, might be able to see them directly too, we thought.
And ask many questions.
Ask questions live. So we basically shifted to changing Shogo's Katana Shop to a website where you can reserve these meetings, whether it's offline or online. So online, you can book a Zoom meeting with us, and once we connect the Zoom meetings, I will be in front of my computer. There will be a camera at the dojo, and we'll be able to take a look at some of the katanas that you originally asked, like your price range and whatever you're looking for, and so on and so forth. If you find a katana that you especially like, if the video quality is not too high, we might be able to take some easy pictures and send them over, and then you can make the payments online, and we'll be able to ship it to you. We've already done 50 or more katanas like that. Well, we met in person, of course, these 50 katana, but basically what we do is really similar. You just have to do it online, And there's going to be a contract that you have to sign and all that kind of stuff, but that's the way we're going to be doing it. And offline too, there's now actually a TripAdvisor page where you can book a similar meeting, basically, but this time you actually get to come to the dojo to see the katanas kind of thing.
It's always best to see
No, that's absolutely better.
Yeah.
Of course, highly recommended. Absolutely, because if you see the katana through a screen, I mean, it might be different from what you're imagining.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And with that said, to be able to introduce some of the katanas that are sold at Yushinkan Kyoto every month, I've decided to head over to Dojo to go and film some of the katanas that they have sale at that moment. So the ones I've already introduced on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, there was actually like a really, really long, massive 2.76 shaku katana and so on and so
That was
forth.
so cool.
Beautiful wakizashis too and all that kind of stuff. So I really hope you can look forward to it too. Yeah. Even if you're not looking into buying a katana immediately, yeah, still seeing all these different types of katanas will be really, what should I say, interesting, I'm sure, which is very educational too. Like, oh wow, there's this type of hamon, the wave patterns, although there's a completely different width or thickness of the blades, there's completely different curvature, and there's so many different characteristics to katanas. And be able to see so many different kinds of katanas every month will be very knowledgeable, educational, I hope.
Yeah.
So be able to do that. So this week I actually went to Yushinkan Kyoto to do that for the first time, and that's the reason why I was able to introduce those katanas to you on Instagram and on Let's Ask Shogo. Okay? And with that said, there's actually have been really some exciting things happening in our online lessons too, by the way. So for those of you who are not training Asayama Ichiden-ryu and listening to this, Asayama Ichiden-ryu is the Kobudo ancient Ryuha style in samurai martial arts that I've been training in for 3-4 years now. And as you probably know, I've been running the online lessons with Seki Sensei, which is the headmaster of Asayama Ichiden-ryu.
Yeah.
And this week, we actually finally started training with tamakusari.
Yeah.
Tamakusari is actually a chain balls. So there's a chain on the ends. There's something called a hundo, which are these steel balls. Yeah. And it was considered a secret weapon that the samurais used in the past, at least in Asayama Ichiden-ryu. Well, a lot of other ryuha styles too, you call them like kusari hundo, which is like chain and then the steel balls. We call them tamakusari in a way. And there's so many other ways of calling them. But many ancient ryuha styles have these weapons that we train with, and so we finally started training with these special weapons too.
Yeah.
And it's actually a course in our online lessons called the Special Weapons course. Yeah. So we have the EI classes where we train with katanas, learn how to draw, sheath the katana in the Asayama Ichiden-ryu way. We will also have the Special Weapons class where we train with the two sizes of this jo, the staff, one short, one long. And now we finally added tamakusari and chain ball to the list of the training. And it's been so exciting. Also, completely unrelated to Asayama Ichiden-ryu, but there's a different ryuha called Negi Shiryu Shuriken Jutsu. And the Shuriken Jutsu is, of course, a shuriken throwing darts. Yeah, not the star-shaped ones, but more like just literally the stick type ones. Yeah, we call them throwing darts. Yeah, or we call it bo shuriken, which literally means the stick shuriken. But Negi Shiryu Shuriken Jutsu is the one and only Koryu ryuha style that focuses mainly on shuriken. Now, there are a lot of Koryu ryuha styles that have shuriken incorporated in their techniques, like Asayama Ichiden-ryu does too, for example. Asayama Ichiden-ryu has Asayama Ichiden-ryu's shuriken. But Negi Shiryu is the one and only ryuha style that mainly focuses on shuriken. Their main weapon that they train with is shuriken.
That's interesting.
It's really, really interesting. And what I mean by this is the one and only ancient ryuha style. In Japanese, we call it koryu. Yeah. Ko means old and ryu means style.
Yeah.
Koryu is that this koryu stands for the ryuha styles that were born before Westernization happened in Japan. So that means it was born at least the Edo period or before that. Okay? So Edo period, maybe Muromachi, Sengoku around there, for example. Asayama Ichiden-ryu was born around the end of the Sengoku era, for example, So those ryuha styles are called the koryu. Yeah. So Negi Shiryu Shuriken Jutsu online lessons started on 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. in Japan time, and our first class, or actually this whole month, the online lessons are completely free for the free members.
That's amazing.
Which is amazing. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that, by the way. I mean, I'm not going to be able to earn anything, of course, but I will be working for a whole month. But if I'm going to be able to help out with Kurosawa Sensei's dream, then I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
And again, guys, Kurosawa Sensei is the assistant instructor. We call it in Japanese Shihandai in Japanese in Asayama Ichiden-ryu. But he's also the Kasukabe head Yes, head leader of Negishiryu Shurikenjutsu too. Kasugawa is one of the cities in Saitama Prefecture, which is right next to Tokyo. Yeah, so Kurosawa Sensei has this dream of preserving, protecting Negishiryu Shurikenjutsu right now. There's only like a few instructors, and there's not that many students originally. Now a lot of the Asayama Ichiden-ryu students became Negishiryu students too.
Oh,
yeah, and a lot of many of them, including myself. I'm officially Negishiryu trainee as well. Yeah. I met the headmaster the other day, right, for the live stream. For the live stream, and I actually had him sign like a special paper for me, give me a stamp.
Maybe you told me, but I just forgot.
Yeah, I told you about it. Yes.
Yeah,
I told you about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, so all of these new online lessons and new weaponry was really exciting for me. Yeah, both the Tamakusai, both the Shurikenjutsu. Yeah, we've only done one class each, but it's been so much fun. Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be talking a lot more about it in the near future, so I hope you look forward to it. Okay? And I'm so sorry to get to this finally, but on the screen, this gentleman here is the sushi chef we were talking about, by the way. Yeah. I
had some sushi too.
At the end, the sushi that he made is having me actually eat.
Yeah,
so.
It was so nice.
You can see, he looks like a really kind person, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. So he will be the one teaching you how to make sushi here at this experience too. The room here is beautiful, by the way. Yeah, the room was very special on the third floor. Having to go up all the stairs might be a little bit tough if you're not. Just say if you have bad knees or stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise, if you're okay with that, then it's an adventure. It's a really, really cool building. So, all right. And with that said, Harumi, you were at this Hikone Yukata Matsuri, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was that about? You were there on the weekends. Yeah, you were gone almost all day long, actually. What was this about, by the way?
It's a summer festival.
Okay, what's Hikone, first of all?
Oh, Hikone. Hikone is one of the place named Hikone. It's in the Shiga Prefecture.
Oh, Shiga Prefecture is the prefecture. Yeah, on the right side of Kyoto.
Right side? What is right side?
On the right side, right?
So
on the
you
east
mean
side.
East side?
East side,
okay.
On the right. Yeah. You're looking at a map, you're talking about that, yeah. And Hikone is one of the cities, basically, in Shiga Prefecture. Yeah. And Shiga, for those of you who might be able to imagine, Shiga Prefecture is the prefecture that has the biggest lake in Japan. Yeah, we call it Lake Biwa, by the way. Biwako.
Lake Biwa.
You might have heard of Lake Biwa before, like, it kind of sounds similar, maybe. Yeah, well, that's the prefecture.
Yeah.
And this Hikone is one of the cities. And there's the Yukata Matsuri, right? Hikone Yukata Matsuri. So Yukata means, of course, Yukata, and Matsuri means festival, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there was a festival that you took part in, you said.
Yeah, why I went the Hikone, because Sunao Sensei, my sensei of the kimono dressing, Sunao Sensei is born and brought up in Hikone City.
Oh, okay.
So Hikone is her hometown, and Hikone Yukata Matsuri is literally her every year festival that she going to attend. And this year she was there to have some stage, not performance, just interview kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I went there to have the volunteer yukata lesson.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a good experience for me to teach. And there's many people, about 50, 40 maybe. Many people, and there was really there has some foreign people too. The foreigner from students from all over the world.
Okay.
Yeah, in Hikone.
Oh wow.
Hikone actually is how to say shimaitoshi, sister city.
Yeah, sister city.
Sister city with Michigan.
Oh really? Like in the US, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow. That's where
maybe not sister city, but yeah. Maybe some university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sister school. Right?
Yeah, sister school maybe. I'm not sure, but there was many people from Michigan.
Oh, cool.
And they were learning how to wear yukata too.
Oh, during the festival?
During my volunteer lesson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there was many people, basically young generation. But some people are 40 in their 40s or 50s. Yeah, many ages range.
Okay.
And many like cultural backgrounds. Yeah, it was fun. So it was really fun to teach them how to wear yukata, and they were really happy to wear yukata themselves.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm really happy they're gaining more and more of these different experiences regarding the not katana, kimonos, you know?
Yeah.
My mouth automatically says katana. And it starts with a K. Kimono, yeah.
Kimono.
That's great.
They first learn how to wear yukata, and then after that they go to festival with the yukata.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great.
They can, it's a rental yukata of ours.
So they're going to bring it back later
Yes.
kind of thing. Cool. So the festival, though, is it something you went, is it something that was held because of Snow Sensei, or is it just something the city does?
It's just the city does.
Oh, okay. Well, that's amazing. Then the city
It's a
itself
really huge festival. It's a whole street.
Yeah.
Super huge street in front of the Hikonejo.
Okay, that's great. So then Snow
Castle.
Sensei was just born and brought up in a perfect city to love kimonos then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the city itself must love kimonos too, being able to
Yukata
do a
Matsuri.
festival focused on yukatas.
It's just a name actually.
Oh, okay.
But there are many people wearing yukata.
I'm sure, because having the word yukata in the name would encourage people to wear more yukatas, right? I'm sure. So
Yeah, but because like everywhere, like a festival, all the festivals in Japan, at this time, everyone loved to wear yukata, right?
Yeah. But I love the concept that they're giving the name to it. Though.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I've never heard of a yukata matsuri before anywhere else.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Snow Sensei was born and brought up in such an amazing city. It perfectly suits what she's doing, you know?
Yeah, Snow Sensei was on a stage to tell everyone how to fix your yukata or something.
That's great.
Yeah, and some her online fan
Community,
yeah,
fan
community,
club,
fan club, people were there too, and many of them are on the stage to show what their yukata coordination, how they look,
Cool.
and talking about like what kind of yukata they're wearing, like this is shibori yukata or this color is blah blah blah, and I was on the stage too to teach, tell like what kind of yukata I'm wearing.
Yeah. Did you make a post on Instagram or something?
Yes, I think I just post some stories.
Oh,
Not
okay.
post. Maybe I should.
Yeah. I was just about to say if anyone's interested, if someone can go and see it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Harumi's is doing her best right now. She's standing.
Yeah,
I'm seated and talking with you guys right now, but Harumi is standing. She is probably the first half of this podcast. She's probably yawned over 10 times. Yeah, we had a really long day today. We're definitely going to be making another podcast very soon, but we actually went to another filming today for Wabunka. Yeah, Wabunka is, again, I'm slinging these things over and over, of course, because we're always going to have new people listening to our podcast. But Wabunka is a website where you get to book these authentic experiences related to Japanese traditional culture. And we went to an amazing, beautiful workshop today where they make a specific kind of kimono called the uchikake. And uchikake is a type of kimono that's used specifically for weddings. Yeah, for women who are getting married. It's beautiful, super gorgeous. It's like, like the dresses, Western dresses too for weddings. The same thing. It's like a once in a lifetime, kind of thing, right? So, and the techniques that they use there to make these special uchikake, which we'll be introducing to you guys very soon. But they use gold, they use shells, we call raden in Japanese, and they think of it like putting gold and shells on fabric. Like how do you do that, right? Like
right.
Are you gonna? Is it like really hard or something? But no, it's actually soft. just like a t-shirt, you know.
Yeah.
But they're still able to apply gold, and they actually develop these techniques on their own in their generation, you know. Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely going to be talking to you more about that. But we actually hit the gym in the morning. Yeah, we had to wake up early in the morning, first of all, to make lunch boxes for our kids because it's summer break now.
Thank you so
there's no
much.
lunch provided. I'm the one making lunch boxes. But when we hit the gym, we actually came right back. We filmed a couple of YouTube shorts. Well, I filmed a couple of YouTube shorts, and we head over to Bunka's filming, and we actually pick up the few yukata that we had out for shitate.
Yeah.
Which is getting them tailored. Yeah, we had like 3 rolls of fabric, and we turned them all into yukatas. It was my yukata, by the way. And Harumi had one of the her summer kimonos.
Antique kimono.
Yeah, unstained basically. There was a lot of rain stains that you got. Yeah, I mean, you really need to be careful. Yeah, it costs a lot, by the way. Yeah. So again,
15.
we talked a little bit about this before too, but silk kimono are very vulnerable. So even if it rains just a little bit, if it gets a little bit wet, it's going to get destroyed very easily.
Especially it's antique kimono.
Yeah, especially because it's antique kimono, but especially summertime in Japan, there are times when it suddenly rains for like, I don't know, like for 30 minutes, really heavy rain, and when you get caught in that outside, you're over, especially if you're wearing silk kimono.
Yeah, but that day is like just 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe less than that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like the huge rain suddenly, and I was about to get home.
Yeah. You were really close to getting home. But it was completely destroyed. So you got it unstained. So which takes. Yeah, there were some stains, right? Yeah, we took them away. We removed the stains.
Unstained. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this has a proper word or not.
Okay.
I create words to be able to have a conversation with everyone.
Yeah, I love this blah blah.
Oh, okay.
When I go to like a kimono dressing, I will say like, "Let me help you undressed."
Get undressed.
Get undressed. Let me help you get undressed.
Get undressed. Yeah. Let me help you get undressed.
Oh, or like untied or blah blah. Yeah, I really love this English. It's really easy to say.
It's useful, right?
Useful.
Harumi's English is getting so much better, right, guys? Don't you think?
Thank you.
Yeah, she's she's been meeting a lot of people from overseas recently with her kimono work, and she now has a few online students too.
Yes.
Yeah, her learning kimono dressing.
Thanks to you.
Yes, from Harumi online, and we're really seriously considering in the near future making something really similar. Let's just say similar to what Snell Sensei is doing. So kind of like a certificate, kind of like a proper course how to wear a kimono, and then at the end there's an exam, then you get the certificate kind of thing. Yeah, for people who are living overseas, so they could be more confident about wearing kimonos and teaching people how to wear kimonos. Yeah, one of the barriers that exists, I always talk about this too recently, but there are 3 barriers of kimono. Well, especially men's kimono, but the first is I don't know how to wear it. Number 2 is I don't know where to buy it. And number 3 is I don't know when to wear it. Yeah, so these are the 3 barriers, and so the third one comes with cultural appropriation, all that kind of stuff. To people coming up to people who are wearing kimonos, who are not originally Japanese, they're from overseas and they're wearing kimonos, and people are like writing their comments like that's not your clothes, and that's not from
nonsense.
your people. Yeah, clothing is clothing. Yeah. And I think Sunshine Show was talking about this before too, but I've never seen or met a single Japanese person who gets angry at someone who was originally from overseas wearing a kimono.
Yeah, I've never heard.
I've never even felt the atmosphere before.
I know,
we always talk about this, but we might be angry at some of the kimono rental shops who do a horrible job with dressing people, dressing their guests, like making them wear like fabrics that are off season, or their dressing techniques is horrible. We might get angry at those shops and companies, but the people who are wearing them, we're like, that's amazing, great job, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We only have appreciation, Yeah, so it's the silliest thing Yeah, I think there's like this content creator that were making videos talking about this too. You know, he would be wearing specific kinds of clothing. Yeah, that only these kind of people or these kind of people would be wearing. And he would go to some universities in the States, and he would ask them like, "Do I look okay?" And they'd be like, "No, you look horrible because you're wearing clothes that's not from our culture." And he goes to Chinatown. He goes to people to places where there's a lot of people from Mexico or stuff like that. You know, and he asks the same question. They're like, "No, you look great. That's amazing. Please keep on wearing them if you want to." You know, same with kimonos. You know, like no Japanese person is saying, "Please don't wear kimonos just because you're not Japanese." And never heard of someone. Maybe there's like a really weird person that's out of their minds that's saying that. In that case, that person himself or themselves probably can't even wear a kimono. Right? Yeah, and they're probably just going crazy about whatever. But yes, I've never met anyone like that before. So I want more people to be confident, but just saying that, you know, isn't enough for people to be confident, right?
Yeah.
So if you can make something like that, like a system, educational system for people to learn and also be able to get some kind of title or certificate would be great, I feel. So yeah. Now with that said, guys, I have to move on to the online Budo Baka online lessons in about 5 minutes. So I guess it's about time to go. There were so many other things I want to talk about, but I guess we'll have to talk about it next week. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.